This event marks the one-year anniversary of HUD's implementation of the Foster Youth and Independence Initiative. But of course, for myself and my fellow alumni, this has been a long journey. Just kind of a brief history. So several years ago, a group of us moved to DC on an annual basis to seek answers to this particular problem of housing. As you see, the picture that you see on the screen is one of our few meetings that we've had, or one of our many meetings that we had in 2017 with HUD in trying to, again, come up with a full solution to help youth aging out of care. In 2018, we came up with the idea, and in March of 2019, as you see, we secured a meeting with Secretary Carson and shared the idea with him. We suggested that HUD's tender protection account could be used for and to offer the vouchers to youth that were perfectly timed with their emancipation. We also discovered that the tender protection voucher can be used anywhere in the US. Secretary Carson agreed and created the FYI initiative. In the picture that you see there, we were in actually Milwaukee rolling out the program a year ago. So I'm excited about that. Three young men that you actually see in white in this picture were our first three recipients of the FYI voucher. But this initiative would not exist if it weren't for the federal team at HUD throughout the years. But I want to make sure I point out Hunter Kurtz, Danielle Bassaras, Ryan Jones, who I know on the line, Michelle Daniels, and definitely Becky Primo. HHS has embraced this program as well, and we are so excited to have the Assistant Secretary Lynn Johnson on the call to show support for the program. Elizabeth Darling and Catherine Heath have done a great deal of training on the Chafee to Independence program with independent living workers nationwide, and we hope to continue this collaboration with them. Now, without further ado, the lead in marketing this program has been HUD and HHS's regional administrators and their staff of amazing, amazing individuals. But I would like to introduce my brother, Chris Patterson, national FYI lead, to share his thoughts on what it has been like to lead this effort on behalf of America's foster youth over the past year. Chris?
Thanks, Jamal. Nice to see everybody on the some familiar faces, as well as I understand there are several former foster youth such as Jamal, myself, Lisa. I'm not sure if Adora is on here, but I know Doris is on here, and Ruth, and they're staunch advocates. And we have Assistant Secretary Lynn Johnson, who has been very, very supportive and helpful and wanted to make sure that everyone realizes that this administration, as well as these professionals here, are trying to help. So a little background. So Secretary Carson had appointed me as the national lead for FYI in July of 2019. Being a former foster youth, I was awarded the court most of my life and had spent time in foster care, and then went into the Job Corps. For me, it was the next step. It was really the only step, I think, as we all feel as former foster youth. Where do we go after we age out of care? It's scary, it's frightening. So once I left Job Corps, I went into college. I finished several years of school, and the rest is pretty much history. I spent the last 25 plus years prior to this role working in the health and human services field, working with youth that are from the ages of 6 to 25. Being a former foster youth, it gives me a different perspective because it's real, it's tangible. You should commend yourself for what's happening. You guys are actually doing the work. We're just here to support you. So our role is to make sure we facilitate, make sure you're supported, make sure you realize that there is the professionals and the adults in the room who want to see you succeed. It is a team approach. We definitely love to see the successes of what you're doing. Behind you entirely. And I believe that anything is possible, and I know you got the right people around you. So I would like to see the momentum continue. Knowing what we're doing is appropriate, knowing what we're doing for you and your futures is exactly what we want to see. So I'll pass on the stage to Jamal for the next individual.
Jamal, I see that the Colorado crew is enjoying their lunch. They're having a huge FYI party in Jefferson County. But we'll hand it over to Lisa.
Yes. So Lisa Dixon, you're up.
All right, so I'm unmuting myself. When they say that I'm up, what this means is that it's time for the youth to speak. I cannot say enough as a former foster youth myself. I aged out in 1989 and I was homeless within a year, but that's so long ago. You know, we've done so many things to move forward, but the reason why things have moved forward is because of today's youth. So not only are these resources available because HUD Secretary Ben Carson listened to today's youth, but we have some of today's youth on the call. So Love Williams from Alabama, do you want to kick us off and share a little bit about your goals for the future and how these vouchers are helping you achieve those goals?
Yes, my name's Love Williams. Like she said, I'm from Birmingham, Alabama. I'm 22 years old, and my goal is to get my education, obtain my degree in business, and potentially start a business. I don't know which kind just yet. Working on a cleaning business, but my main goal and priority is to, like she said, just help the youth in our communities. And I'm also working on my speaking business. So with being the FYI, it allows me the time to focus in on those goals and focus in on getting those things done within these 36 months. So that's my main goals and priorities at this point.
Great job. And you conducted yourself with the utmost professionalism every time that we've talked and communicated. So I see great things in your future. It's been a joy to spend even the limited amount of time that I have with you. We also have representation from Alaska. Oh my gosh, Alaska has one of the most amazing programs facing foster care. And I see Amanda. Do we have Ray Lynn online?
I think she's having some connectivity issues, or, I mean, we're pretty far away, but so she might hop on, I'm not sure, but I do want to add, I'm also a former foster youth, and I have to say that I sort of watched the advocacy for this through social media, and then one day just got a call from the head of our youth shelter and the housing authority, and they said, we've got to generate a list of 25 names. And it was this really exciting thing, but more so to like be on the ground and actually see young people move directly from foster care into vouchers, but also see youth move from homelessness and into vouchers and into college and into job training programs. It's been absolutely phenomenal. We've done a lot of advocacy work over the years to try to improve things and beef up our independent living program, but I really think like housing first. This has been the greatest thing that's happened for us. And in Alaska, where, I mean, I can't even explain to you things off the road system and rural communities and things like that. And so we definitely feel the impacts, but I just want to say thank you to everyone, but especially the alumni who, you know, have gone to DC and have, you know, shared their experiences and have made this happen. We really appreciate it. And I hope if Ray Lynn pops on, I'll send a message in the chat.
I love that. Let's definitely make that happen. We know technical issues can happen. And I definitely saw Holly Hall on the line.
Yes. I was a young person who aged out of DHS at 18. I found myself being homeless. I got back in touch with Yes I Can, and they told me about the FYI program. Amanda and Leslie that are on here now with me, they helped me, and my DHS worker helped me get into the program. I initially needed a stable home to live in because I was pregnant with my second child, and I was fighting my first child back from DHS. Since I had my daughter, my home is approved for DHS, and I'm working along with my DHS worker to get my first son back. We are looking at reunification within the next 3 months. My goals with the FYI program is to have a stable home for my children. I'm looking at getting a job, and I have been looking at the costs of getting my GED and going back to college. It has been very hard it was very hard looking for a job and going to school and also worrying about a place to sleep at night. And now that I have a place to sleep at night, it's helpful. It's very, very helpful. So thank you guys.
So Holly, now my heart just wants to burst. One of the things that's the hardest for us after foster care is to try to build a stronger family than the one we came from. We don't have a blueprint on how to build a family after foster care, and you are developing that blueprint, and it is so beautiful that this voucher is helping you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to call on Isabella just because, not just because she's from Ohio, but because she was one of the first people on the calls, and I wanted to let her share her goals for her future and how this voucher is helping.
One of the few times I actually write something. Okay, so my goals for my future is to become a therapist, have my own home, have a husband and kids. I also want to attain my PhD, continue my path of becoming an actress, writing my own books, and continue writing songs and singing. With this in mind, since the FYI voucher pays for my rent, that $300 and up rent won't be out of my pocket, which will help me put more in my savings. The way that the FYI voucher will help me with my goals is by giving me more of a financial advantage in life. So by not paying rent, it will give me a significant amount of money that I don't have to pay for. I know this wasn't in the questions that Brittany sent me, but I would like to put in is why this would also help other foster kids. So not only helping foster youth with paying their rent, it would also give them a better chance of living debt-free. Me being in an independent living program has helped me out a lot, and I know down the line even more so. I would go on more about ILP, but this meeting is for FYI. So what I want to say is thank you to all the support I had growing up in foster care.
I love that. And yes, feel free to add that extra question. Way to rock it. So do we have Florida online?
This is such a wonderful celebration. I am thrilled to be on this Zoom. It is the absolute game changer for us in Florida and Brevard County. And because of what we're doing in Brevard County with the FYI vouchers and our collaboration with the Housing Authority of Brevard County, by getting 12 youth, actually young adults, in brand new housing using the FYI voucher, and the housing was built by the Housing Authority of Brevard County. It is a game changer. And we are Ready for Life Brevard is a wraparound. It's a nonprofit, and we provide wraparound services to help them continue to be successful in those FYI voucher apartments. So props to everybody for doing what needs to be done for the youth aging out of foster care. After 10 years of being an attorney representing youth in transition and seeing the need, this was the reason why I left legal aid and started Ready for Life. And so praise all of you guys, and thanks for letting me celebrate today.
I love all that. And do we have any of our young people from Florida who want to share? I know we had a couple people that were logging in, like Desiree and Destiny. Do any of our young people want to share their goals?
Can you guys hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay. Honestly, the program, the FYI program, has helped in so many ways incredibly. A little backstory really quick. The entire year I've been, I was paying rent to sleep on someone's couch, and not really having a place or, anywhere to just settle down, just grow and be a woman and bloom and, do all things necessary. So I had found out about the program through Miss Pam, a blessing, the angel sent from the sky, literally. And, I got connected with Miss Betsy, and immediately they had moved. I don't know if I was one of the first or whatever, but I know they had moved me in immediately, and it's just been a blessing, So that's it.
I love that. You made my heart incredibly happy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I think at least one of our participants was to tears.
Yeah. And I think Desiree is on too.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep. Hi, Desiree.
Hello. I'm at work, so I'm trying to
love it.
You come up from work to say thank you. That's very meaningful.
Yeah, my manager gave me a little time off. So I have a speech prepared, so I'll just read from my speech. So my goals are to eventually own my own house, and then to just create multiple sources of income for myself. Just basically to secure, to make sure I'm put myself in a situation where I never really have to worry about where I'm gonna sleep. I kind of dealt with that my whole life, so I'm not. You guys helped me try to get my first apartment on my own. And you're helping me save money so I can really get to those goals. And I wanted I wrote a personal thank you to HUD Ben Carson and staff, and everyone who makes it possible for people who don't grow up with much opportunity and people who don't feel seen in the world. I can only speak for myself, so thank you for making me feel seen and heard in a world that makes me feel less than. Thank you for empathizing and for reaching for more, to give other people a chance to reach for more. A lot of people grow up like us, and situations can make some cold, but instead your hearts grew fonder for the idea of everyone getting a chance to excel. So for that, I thank you. That in itself teaches me not to give up on myself, and that life is so much more than any bad situation I've ever been in. resilience has been my greatest trait, and now I live in gratitude. So thank you.
I love that so much.
So
Oh my
beautiful.
bumps right now. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Do we have any more voices from Florida before we move on to Iowa?
Yes, ma'am. Hi, my name is Destiny. I live in Florida. I live in Broward County, and I was going through a rough situation with my mom. I just turned 18, and she was on my back about rent and stuff. She wanted everything I made. So I was like, I can only help her for 5, and I have to find something to, like something in the future. I can't live with her anymore. So I came across Pace, and Pace connected me to a flight center. And long story short, Miss Felicia, she helped me out a lot. And Elon, they helped me out a whole lot. And yeah, this is my first apartment that, everyone's looking at me like, wow, I'm doing big things. They just don't know that you guys are really, like, I can honestly say if you guys want someone in your group, I know how to fax papers or something. But yes, it's a very nice experience to have this is like luxury to me right now, honestly. So yeah.
Thank you so much for your desire to pay it forward. That's the beauty of all of this, is that ability to pay it forward. I absolutely love that. And I think I saw Lindsay Delaney online from Iowa.
Hello.
I see you.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so I aged out when I had turned 18, and I have 2 children now and 1 on the way. And yeah, I plan in January, I would like to work towards becoming a police officer and joining the police academy. And with the voucher, it helps me because with having children, as many know, the daily costs, I don't necessarily have to worry. With rent, since I've had it, it's saved me about like $500. And with that, I can focus more on buying diapers and wipes and things that a child would need. So it helps that I don't have to worry necessarily about that.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thanks for being the parents that we've never had, or the parents that maybe our parents wanted to be, is a hard journey. And thanks also for caring about keeping other people safe. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah.
How about I get it started while we're working on the technical part with Shadeja. I'm Vicki Butts, Family Services Supervisor. And basically, the city of Chesapeake, Virginia, we work with HUD and Chesapeake Housing Authority. And we just want to say that we are so excited about this partnership, and that we've gotten a few youth into a few of the vouchers, and they're doing well. And we just wanted to make sure that we continue to be a support and work in a team to make sure that they can secure housing and be happy and transition into young adulthood. Shadeja was one of our speakers that we were going to have on today. She's recently been in her apartment for 2-3 months. She is excited. She's been working, doing employment. She's did some schooling, and she's been able to maintain family connections in a positive way. And she's even giving back with working with some of our other youth that are young adults trying to transition into housing. So we are again excited about continuing to work with you. And we were just so happy to be a part of the celebration, because everybody's doing the work in a collaborative approach. And I just think that that is so nice that we can get some of these youth into housing and make sure that we're preventing homelessness.
I love
Shadeja, was Shadeja able to get in, Elaine, or no?
I think I have her on the phone. I'm gonna let her just say what she needs to real quick, because she's at work right now.
Hi, everyone. I don't even know where to start. I am thankful for the opportunity, definitely. It has helped me with having stability, saving money, and just a new opportunity.
Love that. We're gonna do two things. We're gonna give more people time to work on the tech. We want to hear from Dakota. We cannot end today's call, and we will not make the Colorado team late. Colorado, are you in the house?
Hi, we sure are. I'm gonna just hand it over to the youth.
Hi, Suzanne.
My name is Suzanne Navi, and I'm part of the youth that received the FYI vouchers, and from Colorado, of course, in Jefferson County, and it's been amazing, really amazing to have this voucher, because I mean, so much has changed, so much is possible. After having the voucher, I'm able to plan my college, my college journey, and I have like a specific plan out, because I have the voucher. I can really go to school on a full-time basis, doing 17 credits, and then don't get worried about, okay, where will I be staying, that whole thing. So the voucher has been amazing, and having a mentor as well has been something that is like a pillar with me, going into independent living. It has been very helpful, because a mentor is like someone who's like a family, someone who becomes like a family at the same time, someone who guides you. You are able to learn so many things, and this person is able to guide you, vice versa. So it's been amazing. And Chiffy, oh my God, our Allison here, she's amazing. I wish everyone has an Allison over there. Because she's like taking us by hand, financial literacy classes, learning how to make budgets, learning how to make these resumes, actually making us to be able to go into the real world and compete with the other youth that have been in their families and all of that. So this is amazing, I would say. Let me just throw this to April so she can say something.
Got it. Hello, everyone. My name is April McMillan. I was one of the youth in Colorado voucher, and I'm really grateful to have that opportunity to be one of these youth. It's a wonderful program. I mean, every aspect of it. Like Suzanne said, having a mentor is like gaining another family member. With my mentor I have, she's able to help me improve the adult skills I already had, from budgeting to meal prepping. I didn't know how to put electricity in my name. She helped me with that. Like, having the mentor is just really great. And then on top of having an Allison, Allison's just amazing all around. Just having the voucher has made it easier for me to focus on school and dedicate all that time to schooling, to make sure I get the grades that I need to like get the career I want, and do it in what would I say, like faster than I would if I was trying to pay rent on my own. Because working full-time and going to school full-time, it's not impossible, but it's really difficult. So being able to not have to work full-time is really beneficial to my schooling. So I am really grateful to have this voucher.
Hi, this is Petia Cabela, and I'm really grateful to get the voucher also, because it really helped me with my schooling, and it's just less stressful too, to know that I can go to school and not really have to worry a lot about paying like $1,000 rent or all of that. So it really helps me, and I know that I have goals for school and stuff, and this is just really helpful for me. And it's just been great,
Thank you.
Love it. Kudos to you guys, because you're taking the very best advantage out of this voucher and building your future. Kudos to you for taking that seed and letting it grow. Are there any other young people from Colorado who want to speak before we go to Raylan and Dakota?
I have two youth sitting over here, but they don't want to say anything, but they're super appreciative. They don't want to go on camera, which neither do I, so you're good to go. Thank you so much.
Yay. All right, so Raylan, all the way from Alaska.
Hi. So this voucher had given me an opportunity to finally be able to have a stable place. before, I know last year my grandma had kicked me out of her apartment or her house, and I had met Amanda, who has helped me a lot, and it happened at the same time. So I was able to move into the dorm. And then after getting the voucher, I was on the dorm for about 7 months. And then back in January, I was able to move into my own place. And it's the longest I've been able to live on my own without losing a place. So that I am very thankful for. And I am actually able to take a break from work for a while, since my mom's in the hospital and stuff, and be able to afford rent still and be able to pay my bills. So I am very, very thankful for all the opportunities that it has helped and gave me. So
Thank you so much for your patience. We're so happy you called in. We love Amanda. And then also, the entire experience before foster care is often chaotic. Our entire experience in foster care is often chaotic. It can be very difficult to build stability when we first age out of care. It can be very difficult not to experience that same chaos. So it makes me really, really happy that this voucher is helping you to build stability along with love and support. Yay.
Yeah.
All right, so Dakota's online.
It might take him a second to unmute, but it's Dakota and Joelle are going to be
Hello?
on the line. There they are. Hi, Dakota.
Awesome.
How are you?
Can't wait to hear your goals for the future and how FYI is helping.
Oh, okay. I don't know. They just help quite a bit. They've helped us really just get off the streets. We're living out of a motel for 2-3 months now, on vouchers and stuff. And we just got into this place not too long ago. We're actually looking at expecting to have a kid here in about a couple months. We were looking at actually adopting her out, but now that we have this place, we're actually looking at keeping her and just kind of moving forward and looking to be more stable and staying off the street.
Getting a full-time job, been homeless for 3 years now, so.
In my heart, as you guys are sharing this, one of the goals that the youth fought for this for is to have on-demand housing vouchers, and I'm handing it right back to you. Because what would it have been like if instead of you having to experience 3 years of homelessness, you'd gotten an on-demand housing voucher right then? That you could have, like, you're moving forward now and accomplishing great things. That would, you know, I wish that this had existed like forever. So now that you have it, what are your goals for the future, if you want to share?
Getting a full-time job, getting our own place, being able to take care of this kid we're getting. And
Thank you. Again, and I want to make sure we're not leaving out any young people before I pause and hand it over, and then I get to take my image off because I'm a girl who doesn't like to be on video, just like some other people mentioned. I want to make sure we don't leave any other young people off of the call who might want to share their goals for the future and how this is helping. And also many thanks to all of the young people on the call, because this will move forward with your help and support.
Is anyone else noticing that Desiree is hard at work, like taking orders, and yet still taking time to express her appreciation to all of you?
And she literally claps after other people talk. This is the kind of beauty that is our foster care youth and alumni family. All right, I'm gonna mute myself and hand it back over. But if any other youth like raise their hand, chat, or if any other youth who are on the call and haven't got a chance to talk, please chat or text me because we want to hear your voices. I'm handing it back over to Jamal.
Yeah, yes, we do. And again, hearing the stories, it just overwhelms my heart, as Lisa said, because this is what we've worked on for so long. And we couldn't do this with the amazing partners that we have.